Well, because in the next, well, 600 seconds, so 10 minutes, I'm going to provide you guys with a quick update on the markets. We're going to take a look at markets like Bitcoin, Euro dollar, Crude, gold, and the DAX 30. As well, don't forget to check out our homepage. We have a lot of content here. Nathan has been busy producing the morning outlook, which gives you a nice little overview of what's going on in the market. And then he will produce more content. He has published, set up on Bitcoin already, the dollar index, and the pound versus the USD. Okay, let's begin. And this is the euro versus the USD, and the market is moving lower today. In fact, the dollar in general is doing quite well and is strengthening. And like you can just look here, the dollar is up against the pound, it's up against the yen, it's up against the Aussie, and it's up against the New Zealand dollar, and it's also up against the Canadian dollar. So the dollar index in general is doing very, very, very well. Here is a chart by Nathan on the dollar index. You can see here that this is June, August, October, then 2018, so March, May. And you can see here on this daily how the market is trying to trade slightly higher here. And obviously, if we take out these highs, then the market could potentially continue to trade to the upside. Here's same chart but closer up. You can see how take out the highs here from this year, we could potentially move to the upside. If you look at the dollar index, here's my dollar index. You can see here how a break to 95.54 takes things up. And you know what, guys? You might not be dollar bulls, but if you're just traders, then you're probably hoping and that we really break to the upside. Because if we don't break to the upside, then this market is gonna go back down to the middle, and then we'll trade sideways for longer, which is, I think nobody wants to see that because it's a difficult time to trade sideways markets. So with the euro dollar in general, I mean, I think it's going to the downside as we talked about over the last few days, but I still would not have traded it. In fact, I have not traded. Rather, a break to the downside makes more sense. On the other hand, we did talk about gold yesterday, and I hope you're up making some money on this one. Why? Because I've been saying that if we take out 1236, then this market should be able to head to the downside. And that's exactly what's happening here. The market traded lower yesterday, and we're up a bit, and my target is 1210, but the actual low is 1204, so maybe you'll get a little bit extra. And as long as you trade below this high here, formed on the 17th, so yesterday morning, I think this market could continue to trade to the downside. And if it would swing up again, so I just took a simple fib, which I now need to adjust a bit, but if it swings up to something like this level here, then I suspect traders again are gonna try to sell on this move and trade it down to 1210, and then we'll see what happens in the long run. It's difficult to sort of project the long-term target here, but there's a lot of support as well at low levels, so I wouldn't get too excited. But here are more levels: 111.94, 11.81, and 11.25 are targets to work with. In essence, it's just these lows here. March 2017, and then you have January 2017, and then this is December 2016. Let's take a look at Bitcoin. And Bitcoin is on fire, or was at least. So here we talked about that head and shoulders, and of course, I was bearish heading into this. I said, look, sell here, and then the market moved against us, moved to our benefit. But the conversations here with you guys over the last few weeks has been that this could potentially trade to the upside, and surely it did. Took out the high, moved up, and could potentially move down a bit now, and maybe move higher. And this is a head and shoulders, head, left, right shoulder, and the target is up here. Okay, so I think we could continue to push higher. All right, now this is crude oil. Now this is US oil, so West Texas, and there's not much happening here, so I think you'll be wasting your time doing anything with this market. But I'm quite sure, actually I shared with you guys yesterday. So in the technical analysis section, you just click on this and then it will show like this. You can see that yesterday I published a setup on Brent crude. So here's Brent crude, and the market traded below the June 18th low here already 2 days ago. And that, I am treating this like a big rectangle, this thing here. And difference between high and low is about almost $7. And that gives us a target of 65.6. Now, I don't think we're going to go all the way down there, but I'm targeting 68.53 down here, all right? And I will be bearish as long as we're below 75.34, at least for now. Of course, if this market starts to head to the downside, which I think it is doing this morning, then I will be in a position to reduce my stop loss when that happens. And so I won't necessarily put the stop loss, or have the stop loss at 75.34 forever. So that is crude. And finally, German DAX. German DAX is going to the upside, but there's not much. I mean, you can trade it. This is without any problems. You know, it has that momentum. But I'm personally not touching this until we break this big range. It's going to be a big party when we break this range. That would be 11,712 or 13,611. But until that happens, you know, the market is trading sideways, and even here, as in the short term, it's trading sideways between these two levels. So I'm not super enthusiastic. I have, however, shared with you guys in the past. I did talk about the S&P. And I said how a break to the upside here can go higher, and so far it's looking all right. What can I suggest that you do now? Well, I suggest you follow me on Twitter if you're not doing that already, at AlexFX00. In here I do publish things that I find interesting, and as well setups and things that I'm sharing. Obviously this is just the tip of the iceberg. I do produce a lot of content more, but this is sort of what's available for the public. As well, don't forget to check out the technical analysis section. Finally, here we do have a webinar coming up. You might not be a crypto expert or a crypto very interested in cryptos, but can be a good opportunity still to spend about half an hour, 40 minutes with Ryan Case from Kinesis. We're going to talk about cryptos in general, sort of what's the difference between IOTA and EOS. What's the difference between Cardano and Tron? And all of these sort of names I just said here, there's some of the top coins. And it's always good to know a little bit about everything. Makes you a far more interesting person, I think. So join us here. It's free to join. You just need to register here. And when you have registered here as well, you'll have access to all of the webinars. So you don't have to do this all the time. You just click on a button, and then you get an invite just before the webinar starts about any other webinars that we have up and coming. And yeah, finally, let's see if we have any questions. And good morning to you guys. Maurizio from Italy, good morning. We have Hai from the Netherlands, and we have Essam. Good morning to you, sir, and good morning to all of you other guys that are watching this or watching the recording. If you have any questions, just pop them in the chat box right now. If you don't, I'm ready to leave, then don't forget to sign up for the webinar or follow me on Twitter. And as well, don't forget to hit the like button down here. To get access to this, just click here and then here. As well, I do suggest you subscribe to the channel as well. You will be subscribing to the Trade Captain channel. So you get notifications when I'm live like this. You also have sort of the upcoming streams and any videos we add. Now obviously it's primarily the morning videos I do that are uploaded here, but we do sometimes upload other things here that yeah, we upload other content as well here sometimes, like these videos down here. Okay, we don't have any more questions, guys. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter, AlexFX00. That's my Twitter handle. As well, we do have a mailing list here, which you can sign up to down here. Gives you a morning update with I think 3 setups from Trading Central and Auto Charters. There's a combination of those 3 or those 2. And then an afternoon newsletter, which gives you the top articles read by people here on Trade Captain, by the users, and also a link to this presentation. The first email goes out about 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock, whereas the other email goes out at about 1 p.m. London time. Cool, guys. Have a good day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Same channel here, same time. Thanks.